So my name is Etienne Nichols. I'm the head of industry insights and education at Greenlight Guru. So Greenlight Guru, a lot of people see that as a media company. We have so much education for the medtech industry, but ultimately we sell software. We have a solution that helps companies, specifically medtech companies, get to market faster and stay on the market longer. So Greenlight Guru works with medtech specific. We're a solution that's built for medtech by medtech professionals. We work with any stage company. In fact, the way we've tiered it is we have a team that is specifically dedicated to early stage companies so that they can really help them understand the journey and educate them along the way so that nothing is missed along the way. But also those post-market companies that are just reached commercialization. We have teams in place to really help with them, but then we have a dedicated enterprise team as well to really give that white glove approach to larger teams that really need additional specific support that maybe the early stage companies are not at. So wherever you are along the way in the medtech journey, we're here to help. In our benchmark study where we interviewed 613 medtech professionals, we found that 75% of medtech companies fail, and a lot of medtech professionals don't fully understand the regulations. They don't understand what is required when it comes to their documentation or the development of their medical device. So those are some of the things that I see in the industry that are especially difficult for medtech, especially with the medtech wanting to keep things very tight to the vest. That's always been the case. That's always been my experience in the industry. And so we at Greenlight Guru, we want to open the kimono to a certain degree when it comes to the regulations. So we make medtech more simple maybe than it has been. I don't know that we could ever make it easy because it is difficult. It's inherently hard to get a medical device to market. But our goal is to make the regulations understandable and to demystify the complexity around regulations. So medtech has a unique burden in that it has a large regulatory burden to fulfill. And so some of those might be, they have to validate their solutions. They have to maintain traceability. And ultimately all of that is so that they will have safe and effective devices. And so our solution comes in and helps you maintain rev control, maintain all of that traceability, and ultimately keep your device on the market longer. So whether that's through our quality management system, with a specific focus on quality over compliance, or our clinical solution that helps you capture all of that data with the different patients, the different clinical investigations you're going through. We really help you make sure that you can focus on what you do best, and that is building a safe and effective device so that you're not focused on maintaining your documentation or chasing down papers. We're here to really make sure that you can do what you do best. I would say the thing that differentiates Greenlight Guru from all other companies is the fact that we're built for medtech by medtech professionals, and especially that medtech professional, we call it the Guru Edge internally. We have, I wish I had the exact number, 25 plus medtech specific people who have backgrounds in clinical investigations, project management, quality, regulatory, all of those different departments, or product development even. And so those are there, those what we call medical device gurus are there to really help those companies along and understand not only how to use the software, how to do all of these different things from a regulatory standpoint, but why that is the case, and to show guidance all along the way. And so that's really what I think is the differentiator. When you purchase our software, or if you were to use our solution, we would not only deliver that solution, but we would make sure that you use that solution in an effective way. And we have a dedicated team to make sure that onboarding and that implementation goes as smooth as possible and as personalized as possible. So there's several things that are going on in the industry right now. There's the FDA's 21 Part 820, QMS going to QMSR. There's the IVD world getting an influx of LDTs, those laboratory developed tests. A lot of things are going into the market. In fact, EUMDR has been the cutting edge, or the thing that people have been talking about since 2018. Still news, but all of those things are going on. So what we do is we try to keep a finger on the pulse on the market so that we can adapt and be ready for whatever it is that a medical device may be facing. So we want to be that trusted, reliable source. So some of the things that we've seen with AI, software as a medical device, all of those things becoming even more and more bigger in the market. When it comes to quality management systems, there's lots of different options out there. There aren't very many options that are specific for medtech that are built with those 1345 guardrails in place, for example. But even that aside, the thing that I think separates Greenlight Guru from the rest of the pack is our internal expertise. I don't know how many hundreds of years of medtech experience we have, and I don't have the specific number of medical device gurus, but we have a guru edge that is sharper than any other company when it comes to medtech. Our ability to guide this company along to really understand the regulations and why they're doing what they're doing is unparalleled. And so we've actually started taking advantage of this a little bit more, changing a few of the services so that we can be even more white glove approach to every one of those companies who come on board, so that we can really help them along in their journey to make sure that they are successful, because let's face it, without their success, we're not successful. So our goal is to make sure that they're successful in bringing those medical devices, those safe and effective medical devices, to market. One of the misconceptions I sometimes hear when I go to different shows is, oh, isn't Greenlight Guru for startups? Now, we certainly love startups, and we are there to help startups along the way. But what a lot of people don't know is we have customers with over 1,000 employees. We have customers that are very, very, very large organizations. And so we want to be there with you every step of the way at the startup so that you can go through that design controls. We want to be there with you through your post-market when you start manufacturing. And we want to be there when you've hit your 50th product as well and your 50th anniversary. So our goal is to be there with you along the way and to scale with you. So one of the misconceptions I would say is Greenlight Guru is just for startups. While I think we are the perfect solution for startups, we are also an excellent solution for an enterprise company as well. Some of the misconceptions that companies may have when they take on a solution like Greenlight Guru's quality management system, for example, is that they don't need to lift a finger afterwards. They look at it as a pre-validated solution with a template package, which we do offer. There is a certain amount of customization that you will have to do with your standard operating procedures, your SOPs. We provide that template package, but it's not going to be specific to your, say, orthopedic implant or your neurosurgical device. You're going to have to fill out some of those. We can get you 80% of the way there with your templates, but there's going to be a certain amount of work that will need to be done. Now, we do have a team of medical device gurus, our Guru Edge, who will be right there along the way with you to help you to make sure that whatever you do is in accordance with the regulations. But it's not a one and done. It's something you have to maintain. So one of the misconceptions I would say is people expect to put this system in place, never look at it again, which is not the case. We can't take away all the work, but we'll take away as much as we can. Every client is going to have slightly different needs. Every medtech company has a little bit different focus, but ultimately we're all in medtech. Our goal is to build a medical device that improves the quality of life. And so we've built software using those standards in place specific for medtech. So ISO 1345, the standard for quality management systems for medical devices. So the way we specialize our software is through our team and the onboarding, the implementation, to make sure that how you use the software is the most effective for your team. The way we measure success when it comes to working with clients is really their success. So internally, whenever a customer receives their ISO 1345 certification, we internally celebrate. We have a specific Slack channel. We say, hey, customer so-and-so just received this, hit this milestone. And, the emojis go flying. We're all excited for that. We go find them on LinkedIn and say, yeah, good job. This is great. We're excited for you. So we love to celebrate our customers' success. So the way we gauge our success is our solution helping them reach those milestones? Because if it's not, we're not really achieving our goal, which is to improve the quality of life. And so the way we judge criteria, whether we've reached success or not, is really based on our customer success. So the solution that we provide, we focus on quality quite a bit, or clinical, depending on which, just as surface value, you look at quality management system or an electronic data capture. To go one layer deeper, when you look at either of those, the thing that, yeah, I could talk about the different parts of the software, because having managed design controls as a project manager for a product development company, I've been through the paper-based systems where you are trying to trace your design controls and risk management together, maintain that traceability on paper, and it's such a pain. In fact, I've seen engineers leave the industry because of that. And so when I came to Greenlight Guru and realized that we have under our quality management system is the projects, the product development section, where you can make those design controls in the software, maintain traceability, keep all of those links together. It was night and day when I saw the ability of what this software is capable of. And then risk management, which is another bane to the industry. It's a necessary, and I'm going to offend some people, it's a necessary evil in some regards. It's just due to the level of difficulty that it may provide, or the tedious. It's absolutely necessary, and there are people who love risk management, but our software allows you to maintain that traceability and really keep everything connected. So when I think about the things that I am most excited about, I think about the use of design controls in those medical device companies, not only to make their lives better, but to retain that talent and keep it in the medtech industry. Because at the end of the day, engineers need to be doing what they do best, which is engineering products. They don't need to be just burying themselves in spreadsheets, trying to trace this cell to that cell. We want them doing what they do best so that we can keep that talent. Because as cool as SpaceX and all of the other tech companies are out there, I would much rather the best engineers be curing cancer, solving all the problems that medtech faces, versus doing all those other cool things where maybe they feel like they can run wild and free. So our goal is to make their jobs as easy as possible, improve the lives of the engineers who are improving the lives of patients. Well, the future is bright. We've had an interesting run. It's been so much fun, especially coming to LSI, meeting all of the different companies here. When I think about the future for Greenlight Guru, we want to go deeper with MedTech. We want to move MedTech forward. We want to expand even beyond just the implementation of your software, the implementation of your quality management system, and going through those clinical investigations, but really help you stay on the market longer and get that deep traction into the market so that you can be a differentiator in the market as well. What's next for Greenlight Guru? It's been a really fun run up to this point, and I think the future is really exciting. So we've had a great time partnering with companies like LSI, seeing the medtech grow, seeing year after year, more and more companies come into medtech. And so Greenlight Guru really just wants to help facilitate that process and to move medtech forward. Our goal is to go deeper with medtech companies, whether that's through building their quality management systems in such a way that they focus on quality over compliance and building that culture of quality throughout the medtech industry, or even past the clinical investigations where you get that data and so that you can show that you're safe and effective to the clinical world and prove that your efficacy so that you can go deep as well. So our goal really is to move medtech forward.